getting ready in quarantine. Whatever that means to you, which is false. I was young and dumb. I've been on YouTube since like 7th grade, y'all.
Downtown we let it go. Sunset high and our bodies low. Blood rush in a hazy glow. My hands still bones. Loose up, we break the scene. One step deep as you fall to me. Hot clap, we skip a beat. Count 1, 2, 3.
Hey y'all, what is up? It is Marissa, Nicole, and welcome back to my channel, and happy Thursday, April 16th. It is quarantine day, I think 32. Could be wrong there. I have moved my room around a little bit so that way I could sit down and film this little get ready with me for you guys. I'm sitting next to a window, so if the lighting keeps changing a little bit, that is why, but I also have some lighting around here. So we're kind of making do with what we got here in quarantine. In general, today I wanted to film this get ready with me for really no particular reason other than I wanted to get ready because Griffin and I have decided that we're gonna do a little quarantine date day today. So this is me getting ready for my date. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing down below because during quarantine, I've been posting a video every single day. So if you need content to keep you from being bored, I got you. You can also follow me over on Instagram if you'd like, because for today's video specifically, or any kind of video like this, I always ask you guys on my Instagram to ask me questions for the Q&As and just other things that happen. So you definitely want to be following me over there to be in the loop of everything that's going on over here. Now for this Q&A, y'all asked me a bunch of questions, so I'm gonna try to get through as much as I can. So we might be like speed rounding some of these. I might go into depth with some of them and I might not be able to answer some of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and apologize in advance if I don't get to your question. My hair always looks crazy while I do my hair, but I do like to start with my hair whenever I do get ready with me. If you guys have watched them in the past, you know this. I'm gonna be straightening my hair today. And honestly, I haven't gotten ready in so long, so I'm kind of excited that I'm like getting ready in quarantine. For this Q&A, I decided to kind of categorize some of these questions so they answer in like a flow. And we're gonna start with quarantine kinds of questions, or questions that you've asked me that have to do somewhat with quarantine and obviously things that we're going through right now. So let's start there. Rachel asks, how do I think life will be different after quarantine? Or do I think life will just go back to normal? I do think things will change, but I honestly don't know how. Like someone had mentioned that like handshakes are gonna be like gone, you know what I mean? Like are people gonna be as eager to touch people? I'm hoping that the things that will change will be some of the things that have been implemented, like just basic hygiene and sanitation things. Like people are gonna start washing their hands after they go to the bathroom and cleaning things, because that should have already been happening in my opinion, but it hasn't. Because of quarantine, which of my friends do I miss the most? And that one's of course hard to say because I miss all of them. I miss my family, I miss all my sorority sisters, I miss the random girl that I sat next to in class, you know what I mean? At this point, I am desperate for social interaction and for people, but I would definitely say the most I miss is like my close knit of friends. So of course Allison, Rachel and Lexi, my littles, Alexis, Tori, Lauren, like our little sorority fam, I miss them the most for sure. Kaylee asks, do I have any Netflix recommendations? Of course, if you haven't seen Tiger King yet, watch it. But other than that, Griffin and I like to watch like funny shows, Rick and Morty, South Park, Family Guy. There's like a TV show called Archer that we've been watching. I love watching CSI, SVU, House, Law and Order, Bones, those kinds of shows. That's my vibe. So those would be all of my like Netflix recommendations. Morgan asks, how do I keep a consistent routine during these times of so many changes? And I would definitely say that I don't think I have a consistent routine. I think I'm in a flow or a rhythm, but I don't think I have a routine set. But I think my flow is definitely just going to bed whenever I feel like it, waking up whenever I feel like it, other than on class days I have to wake up at 9. But I still genuinely just go to bed whenever, usually around like 1 or 2 in the morning. And I know that at least, even if I have class, I know that during the day I'm gonna be filming and at night I'm editing. Other than that, I just try to get things done where I can, which is stressful at times because I like to have a plan and I like to have a routine, but it's also, with all of these changes, I think it would stress me out more if I had a routine and the routine kept changing. So I like being flexible in this sense because things are ever changing and I need to be prepared for that, if that makes sense. Rachel asked my favorite shows to binge. The first ones that come to mind as far as like binging that I can like sit down and watch for hours is Love Island. And I remember like last summer I binged Vampire Diaries. Such a good show if you haven't already watched it, but to be completely honest, I'm not a huge like binger and I'm not honestly a huge like TV show or really anything watcher. If I could spend quarantine anywhere, where would it be? I think my favorite place like to be right now, I feel like would be fun if I'm in like Colorado, camping or living in like an RV, because I feel like that would be so much fun during this. Like I just get to be outside and hike and still do things, because I feel like I'm definitely trapped here in Columbus because it's a city. Like, of course I can walk around my neighborhood, but I can't really do anything. Nothing's open. I can't go anywhere. So I feel like if I was somewhere more outdoorsy, that would be fun, so I had things to do. Let's move on to the questions more specific to like me and my life. Do I have any advice for upcoming YouTubers? I feel like my advice would be to just keep making content. Like, stay consistent, post as much as you can, but of course, like, quality over quantity. You want to post good videos with good thumbnails, good lighting. Like, you have to make sure it's like good production, and also doing it for the right reasons. So if you're starting YouTube to make money, you're gonna be disappointed really quickly because there really is no money right away in YouTube. Like, it took me years to get monetized and years to start making money, and even now I'm not really making that much money. Like, I'm not doing it for the money. I didn't start it for the money. Of course the money's great. Some people do start it for the wrong reasons, and then they end up quitting really early because they're not seeing the results that they want, and stuff like this takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of years. Like, the big YouTubers that you watch, most of them didn't just start yesterday and have 10 million subscribers. You know what I mean? They've been doing this for years, putting in the work for years, putting in the money, investing in good cameras and lighting and stuff. So you have to be able to put the work in and make quality original content. Just be yourself, basically. If you try to be someone else, people are already subscribed to that person because they're them. They don't want to subscribe to another Alicia Marie if you're just trying to be Alicia Marie. Have I ever thought about changing my hair in a dramatic way, like going short, neon colors, etc.? Yes, and I have. I don't want to say what I've done neon, but I have had a lot of hair colors. I've been platinum blonde before, I've been black, I've been just blonde highlights, I've been red, I've been pink. I haven't actually dyed my hair in 5 years. I did like a temporary color when I dyed my hair pink, and my junior year I did do my first big chop. So I cut off 18 inches of hair and had a nice little bob. So I think like January 3rd or 2nd of 2019 I chopped again, and so I haven't cut my hair since then. It's been about a year, and this is how long it's gotten. The next question is, why have we not seen a video about cheerleading, such a big part of your life for so long? And this question comes from my old cheerleading coach, Macaulay. He's literally like my best friend. I love him so much, and I doubt you guys have ever found this because I've never told really anybody this, but I used to have another YouTube channel that I used to post cheerleading videos on, and I have videos of some of our competitions. They're like 45-minute long videos of like our journey to Worlds or our journey to US Finals or all of these things, and our practices and the competitions leading up to, and I do have all of those videos on a different channel. I also had a channel where I would do videos like normal but cheerleading style, like what's in my cheer bag or what do I wear to practice. Like, I've been on YouTube since like 7th grade, y'all, if you guys didn't know that. Like, I've been doing this thing for like 10 years at this point. How's COVID? My fish is right back there. I got a fish during quarantine and Griffin named him COVID, but he's doing great. He's just swimming along. Who are my favorite YouTubers? Let me just read off, I guess, the ones that I've been watching a lot lately, especially like during quarantine. I of course have been watching Adeline Moore, and she's been my favorite YouTuber since like the dawn of time. I've been watching Alicia Marie, Remy Ashton or Remy Cruz, been watching Tara Michelle. I think those are my main YouTubers, but I am like subscribed of course to a lot more. My big MCAP asked me what my skincare routine is, and I really don't have one. I use this to wash my face in the shower, and I use this to moisturize it when I get out. That's it. Do I think that I'll live in the same place once I graduate, or am I gonna get my own place? I'm assuming you mean like this place. I'm definitely leaving. My lease is up in July, so I have to get a new place. I don't have that place picked out yet, but I will be getting like my own place. Griffin and I have plans to live together and get an apartment together, so that's kind of what we're planning on doing. What is my favorite thing about Griffin? It's hard to pick like one because there's different things that I like about him, of course, that are for different reasons, I guess. But I think my main thing that I usually say when people ask me this is his sense of humor. I think we have pretty much the same sense of humor, and we can have fun doing anything, and we joke about anything and everything, and I really enjoy that. Like, I like having fun in a relationship. What kind of person do I think of myself as, and what do I aspire to become in the near future? That's like a deep question. I did do a video on my Enneagram like personality test, which gives you a clear look into who I am as a person, I think. So I definitely think you guys should watch that if you're like genuinely curious. What happened with my old relationship? How did I deal with it being a public relationship? My like first ex, when I started my channel, I want to say he's literally only in a couple videos, and when he is in them, I don't really think he's in much of them, because I started this channel the summer after my freshman year, and we broke up in my sophomore year, so like he really wasn't part of it. I never really addressed it. I don't think I never like told anybody that like we broke up, or like I didn't have to make one of those like we broke up videos, because I didn't have nearly as many followers as I do now when that happened. Since then, I've had had one other person in videos that I was like talking to and everything, but I never really addressed that either. I did have, I guess, more subscribers, but I never made like a we broke up video. We never did anything. I think I just like let it die and I never mentioned it. I don't know. I think that Griffin is really the only person that's like been on my channel that I feel like if we were to break up, I would have some like explaining to do. But it is hard to like have a public relationship like this because people feel like they want to know. So like if Griffin just stopped being in the videos, I'm sure you guys would ask, you know what I mean? So having it in the public eye, it adds some like pressure to the relationship where obviously you don't really have as much like privacy, or you don't feel like you have as much privacy, but that's what I signed up for when I do this job and when I bring him on videos. While I touch up my hair, we're gonna touch on all of like the miscellaneous questions. Would I rather be permanently transported 500 years into the future or into the past? I feel like I'd want to go into the future because I already know what's in the past and it's not really a fun time for people like me. What is one thing about Ohio that annoys you? Ohio annoys me just because it's so like country to me. Like there's just like corn and cows everywhere basically. I don't like the weather here. I don't really like the snow or the cold. Ohio to me doesn't like call to me as like a place that I should be. I feel like other places are calling to me. What's my favorite accessory? The first thing that comes to mind is like the ring that I wear every single day that I talked about in my what I wear in a week video, and it's just my initials, MUH. It's a ring that I got made. What is my favorite animal? I would say a regular animal would be a cat. Like I love like pet animals. I would want cats. As far as other animals, I honestly don't really know. Like a dolphin or like an elephant. I don't know. Who's my go-to singer when I'm getting ready? I don't listen to like one person specifically. Like my music taste is so broad but also narrow, and I listen to a lot of like 90s hip hop, 90s R&B. So I usually listen to like the Pussycat Dolls, Destiny's Child, Christina Aguilera, Ja Rule, Nivea, TLC, that kind of stuff. How do I always have perfect highlight? Hello, Megan. She is my Rogam friend. To be completely honest, the highlight that I use is in the Adeline X Tarte palette, like Adeline Warren's palette, and she has like Promise Ring highlight. It's literally the best highlight I've ever used, I've ever seen. It's so bright, and that's what I wear every time I wear highlight. Would I rather know when or how I die? I feel like I'd want to know how I die because I'd be scared to know the when. Like if they were like tomorrow, like that would scare me. But if they were like drowning, then I could be like, oh, I'm gonna avoid pools for the rest of my life kind of thing. I don't know. Hair is done. I'm gonna put some dry shampoo on, and then we're gonna move on to the makeup, and we're gonna tackle school related questions and sorority related questions that you guys have. I'm sorry, I had to leave to wet my beauty blender, and now my lighting's kind of like off and darker. There's clouds outside, so it's getting pretty hectic in here. We're gonna start with your sorority questions. What is my favorite thing about my littles? My favorite thing about like my littles is kind of just how well we all get along. I made this like TikTok because there's like the audio of like the groups of 3. If you guys have heard that on TikTok before, I'll play it here.
I've noticed something when it comes to like friend groups of 3, even in mine. Well, not exposing my friend group, but there's always like 3 types of people in the friend group. The mom of the group, obviously. This is the bad bitch. This is the realistic, the honest one, the one that like kind of like plans, and like she's literally the mom. She takes care of everyone and she gives hella good advice. And then there's the dumb bitch of the group. I'm not saying who it is, but it's low-key me. The dumb bitch is the one that always gets themselves in some dumbass situations and literally is always impulsive as fuck and like just needs to learn their lesson, but they never do. But the mom of the group always helps number 2 because they low-key need it. And then the third one, this is like low-key the glue of the group, because this is the one that's like balances everyone, very chill, so laid back, literally like somehow handles every situation. This is the bitch that saves the whole friend group when 1 and 2 are at each other's necks. And honestly, everyone just compliments each other.
But I feel like that's so true for us, and we all mesh and get along so well, in my opinion. And it's like literally always a good time whenever we're together. Like we are never bored or not having fun. What is my favorite thing about sorority life? I would say the like leadership opportunities. I really loved like being a leader and having like LC positions and just like doing that. I don't know, because that's just kind of who I am as a person. I really like doing those kinds of things. What will I miss the most about being in a sorority? I would say, I guess, like the fun aspects of being in a sorority. Like I love all of the parties that we go to or the socials that we have, and like those kinds of things of course are so much fun to be a part of and to like get to do, to like dress up, have TGs, like just, I don't know, just have fun. Rachel, my little, asks, how did I get so lucky with you for a mom? Rachel, I got that lucky having you as a little, but honestly it's because I snatched you up. As soon as I saw you during recruitment and I got to recruit you for sisterhood and for pref, you were mine. You were mine, you were gonna be my little. I decided that. So thank the PHA gods for lining you up in order to meet with me. Out of all the sorority events that were canceled, which one am I gonna miss the most? I feel like the big ones that I'm missing because of quarantine is of course like formal, which is like a really dressy event and we all get like super dressed up and we go to like a bar somewhere and we all like dance and have fun, and there's like, oh wow, it got really dark. And we do like awards and you bring dates, so like Griffin always comes and like that was gonna be so fun. I'm also missing, there's like a ritual that we do with alum transition that kind of just like signifies us like becoming alumni of the chapter, which I'm missing, which is kind of sad. We also have senior send-off, which is a fun way for seniors to kind of like say whatever they need to say to the chapter or like give advice, and like we will items to each other. So something that I own, like this is my pink scrunchie that my big gave to me and I'm willing it to you, and you just kind of like pass stuff down. Like it's just like a really fun and like important event that I'm also gonna be missing. I feel like the most fun one that I was gonna be missing was formal. Like the other ones are really important and I'm sad that I don't get to like officially become an alum through alum transition or anything like that. Formal was gonna be so fun and just like my last hurrah, and I get to like pregame with all of my friends, and I was planning on hosting another one of those like fun pregame parties that I had last semester if you watched that video. That kind of course is like the fun stuff that I'm gonna miss, but I'm of course sad that I'm missing, you know, everything, or just in general my last semester in my sorority. That's sad. And now on to your school questions or college related questions. My top 3 tips for incoming freshmen. Try your best to pick a school that you're really, 1, going to enjoy, 2, that you can actually afford, and 3, that is like actually good for you and not just for the social life. Be involved as much as possible. Like do as much as you can, get the most out of it, because for me that's where it feels like, you know, my money wasn't completely wasted. Like if I go to the free events that I've already paid for, like at least my money's not wasted. Was it hard adjusting to OSU because of how big it was? For me, no, because I'm from the Atlanta area of Georgia, and so I like the big hustle and bustle. I like the hubbub. I like all of this. The only like intimidating part was just like not knowing where things were, but I really got the hang of it like week 2 of like where my classes were. Now of course there were tons of questions about what I'm gonna do after graduation, my plans after graduation, etc. Right now I don't have plans. I don't know what I'm doing after graduation, but one question specifically asked like my feelings on, you know, post-graduation. So with that, I definitely am scared because I don't have plans. So it is very intimidating to like not have a plan right now or not know exactly what I'm doing. Corona is not making that any easier. Like the job searching is harder because of this, or like interviewing is harder, but I am definitely scared. I'm nervous. I don't really know what to, I guess, expect. Nothing is really like calling out to me as far as like jobs. Like I'm kind of struggling to like find one that I like or one that I would actually want to do. I don't really know what I want to do, and that's scary. What made me choose psychology as my major? For me, I applied to Ohio State as a criminology and sociology major. I ended up switching to psychology because I was at first pre-law, which I'm still like pre-law essentially. I was thinking that if I, for whatever reason, don't go to law school, I would want something as my major that I would be okay doing as a backup, or that wouldn't completely get me stuck in that field. Like criminology and sociology, I would basically be stuck with that. And so I got accepted as criminology and sociology, but the summer before I even got here, I switched my major to psychology. So I was never really a crim and soc major, but I chose psych because I really enjoy psychology. Like I love people, I love the minds of people. Before I came to college, like I said, I always watched those kinds of like shows. So I just wanted to pick something that I was actually interested in. And I guess I wouldn't mind doing something in that realm after college, like when I was choosing it my freshman year. And obviously I feel like now I made the right decision. How do you choose a path for studies and find your academic place at a big university? I would say if you don't know what you want to major in, don't just choose something random. Like go exploratory, because at least at Ohio State, the exploratory major is amazing. They really help you try to find something that you're interested in and really get you to take a lot of classes so that way you know what you're interested in. But I would look into like yourself and like what are your goals and aspirations in life? What do you want to be? And then of course what major helps you be that. Also think about, should you be going to college? You know, college isn't the best place for everyone, especially not right away. It's always okay to take time off before going to college. You want to make the best decision for you. What's my favorite class that I took in college? First one that comes to mind is a history of rock and roll course that I took, I want to say like my sophomore year. It was just so fun because I love music so much, and so we just learned a lot about music and the history of music and where certain genres came from and important people in those genres and important songs, and just, I don't know, I really loved it. My professor was amazing in that course. I don't remember his name right now, but I'll pop it on the screen here. He would like show up in like different themed outfits for the different genres we would talk about. He was just so knowledgeable and so interested, so it like made me interested. What are frat parties like for freshman girls? What should we expect? Frat parties aren't what you think they are. Like, they're fun, but they're not like what you see in the movies. Some of them, yes, will be like really busy and poppin' and stuff, but I just wouldn't get like your hopes up. Like, yes, they're super fun. I love going to them, but I definitely had a completely different expectation going into them. I would say my like advice for you is to definitely go with friends and never go to a party by yourself, like ever. Specifically go with friends that you can trust to take care of you if something were to go wrong, because you need those kinds of people in your life. Also, never take a drink from a frat boy that's open, or just from anybody. Keep an eye on your drink, keep your drinks covered. Like, that kind of stuff does happen on college campuses. There's a lot of sexual assaults, unfortunately, so please stay safe. What's my preference? North Campus versus South Campus? I love South Campus. I just like that it's more like green space, and you have like Mirror Lake down there, and the South Oval, and like the Union, and things happen down there. Like, North Campus is just like buildings, and it's very like city-like, which I'm not saying anything's like wrong with that, but I just liked having more like chill. Like, I just felt like it was more chill down there. Did I receive any scholarships at OSU when I came here? No, Ohio State didn't give me anything for coming here. How often did I party my freshman year? Actually, not at all. My freshman year, I was boring. I feel like I maybe went out to like one little house party, but I didn't do anything. I never had a fake ID, so I couldn't go out to the bars. I didn't really have like a big friend group my freshman year. It was really just like me and my boyfriend at the time, so I didn't really go out because I had a boyfriend, and I thought that like having a boyfriend meant you couldn't do anything, which is false. But I was young and dumb. My advice for dealing with being single in high school. One, I wouldn't call it like dealing. I feel like being single in high school is probably the smartest thing that you can do. Relationships in high school are very pointless. Like, statistically speaking, you are not going to end up with the person that you were dating in high school. Like, it's very rare that people marry their high school sweethearts. I almost wish I was single through high school. I wish I would have known the information that I know now, because I just wouldn't have been so like wrapped up in it, and I wouldn't have cared, I guess. I just would have like been myself, and that would have been fun. But I think in general, to help like deal with that is to just, you know, be okay with yourself. Be okay with being alone. Like, love yourself. Fall in love with yourself. Make yourself happy. Do things that you really enjoy, because as soon as you have a boyfriend or a significant other, it's not all about you anymore. You know what I mean? Like, you have to start compromising. You have to start caring about what the other person wants to do or how they want to do it. And I think that high school, and even in college, you know what I mean? Like, those are your selfish years. Like, do things for you. Have fun. Whatever that means to you. But that is all I have time for today. Those are all the questions that I could get through. I'm sorry if I didn't get to yours. I know this video is like hella long at this point, so we're gonna cut it off here. I'm gonna get dressed, and I definitely need to add a lip color, but my lips are all over there, and I don't want to get up and mess up my lighting again. So I'm gonna get dressed, add my lip color and everything. There is gonna be a separate vlog of our date night, so look out for that. It's probably gonna be out tomorrow from when you're watching this, if you're watching it the day it goes up. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed the Q&As. I hope I answered your question. Again, if I didn't, I'm sorry. Follow me on Instagram, so that way next time I do one of these, you guys can give me your questions. And don't forget to subscribe down below. Turn on your post notifications, that way you never miss a video, because I'm posting every day. But to be honest, like, this feels great to like get ready. Like, I haven't seen my hair straight in so long, or my makeup done, other than like when Griffin did it, but like that doesn't count. But like, just being ready makes me feel good. Like, it makes me feel like things are normal-ish. So I would recommend, if you guys haven't like done this yet, just get ready for no reason. I swear it helps at least boost your mood. Take some cute pictures, post them on Instagram, have your friends hype you up. But that's it for this video. I love you guys so much, more than you will ever know, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!